Alright, so yesterday I watched Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. All I can say about it is it's nice to see a Jason movie, but when you start making stuff up, that's when we got a problem. The movie opens up with Beautiful Lake. I guess it's Crystal Lake. So, of course, this one is made by New Line Cinema. It does the kick, ma thing. The girl, she's going into a random cabin to fix a light bulb. And I thought, what a strange opening for a movie. And you know Jason's coming. I mean, it's so cliche. You know he's coming. It's just a matter of time. So she's fixing the light bulb. It's just a bunch of filler, playing with the light bulb, and then she decides to get naked and take a shower. But he cuts the lights. She gets nervous, and he tries to attack her with his trademark machete. She runs out of the house screaming, ah, ah! He's coming up behind her, and then she just stops, and he appears right before her, and she screams again, and then out of nowhere, all these FBI agents, they just jump and just start shooting at him. With all that kind of controversy and the way they were shooting at Jason, you would think he was black. But anyway, they just start shooting at him, and boom, 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 bang, 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 just spraying Jason up, shooting the crap out of him. Then he looks up and he says, no! And then he just explodes. Really? Jason can talk now? No! So he can say no. Really, New Line Cinema? Jason speaks. Anyway, they blew him up, and there's this black guy in the woods, and he's like, I don't think so. And he has like this hat on, he's got the cigar. He looks real cool. He was funny. I know a lot of people are angry because, he said, what did he say? Remember me? And they said, remember you from what? That's true. I like him. He was funny. But the guy that I'm really focused on is Steven. I forgot his last name. What the heck is his last name? Steven something. I'm sorry, audience, forgive me. I don't really make it a point to remember people's last names. But Steven is the only reason and the only thing that makes this piece of crap worth watching. I love Steven. He's my favorite character in the Friday series. I like Steven and I like Tommy Jarvis. They're so cool because Steven stood up to Jason, and that's something that people rarely do. And he kind of took it to Jason a little bit. But, to get back to the review, Jason doesn't have a body anymore because the FBI blew it up. And his heart is just laying there beating. Boom, 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 boom. It's just sitting there. And suddenly they take it to the morgue and you have the credits rolling for like a half an hour. The next thing you know, the doctor, not the doctor, but the coroner or whatever he is, eats Jason's heart. And he's just like chewing it like like a wild beast. He's eating this heart, and suddenly blood starts squirting out, and then the next thing you know, souls, I guess their souls, go into Jason. All the souls that he claims. This is what I'm talking about. Now you're starting to make things about Jason up. Jason was a human being that drowned. But I guess he didn't really drown because technically, I don't know. Can you look at it as him being dead? I don't know, but all I know is he was more human. But now they decide to make him supernatural. Now Jason can take souls. Are you kidding me? A soul taker now. Who is he, Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat? Your soul is mine. Now he can take souls. I don't think so. You're making things up. And then you say, oh, well, he can only be killed by a Voorhees. Since when? You're making things up. That's not how it was. Trust me, I used to love Jason. I know. Jason was never supernatural. The only supernatural aspect about him was the fact that he couldn't die, and he stole that from Mike. Let me say this again. He was never supernatural. Not at any time was he supernatural. You made that up. That's what, I keep saying that because that's what's got me going about this movie. So after the doctor eats his heart and all the souls or demons or whatever they are go into the doctor becomes Jason. Now he's Jason. And the guy comes in and says, hey, how many people get to say whatever they want to Jason Voorhees? And, he's saying all kind of profanities. Can't really tell you what he's saying because there are like other people around. But the basic idea is that he's like, F you, saying that to Jason, giving Jason the finger or whatever. And he's like, suck it. Like, really? You're cursing at Jason? Really? So then Jason, of course, hears him. Because, Jason's in the body of this doctor. And Jason's butthurt because the guy's cursing at him. So he gets butthurt and he gets mad and kills him. Then he walks out and he's about to leave. And get this. The guy that plays Jason, Kane Hodder, actually has a speaking role in this film. And he says Jason was nothing but a big old, well, can't say that either because, well, put it this way. The word for cat, now you know what I mean. So then Jason looks at him and kills him. So if you call Jason names, he gets mad and kills you. That's what little kids do. Oh, you called me a name. I'm upset with you. Anyway, Jason makes his way to Camp Crystal Lake because he knows that inevitably they're going to have some premarital sex and smoke a little pot. Now, of course, it's a horror movie, so I'm like, yeah, why not? A little premarital sex, smoke a little pot. But of course, Jason has a problem with that. Jason's like, oh, no, you're not. Not in my house. I've been protecting these grounds for 20 years. He comes and he, kills these jabronis off. But I have to say, I thought it was really strange how they had a lot of filler in this movie. Like the girl's like, I gotta pee. And I'm like, really? They actually show her going to pee. And she's literally peeing. You hear it dropping. I'm like, okay. She goes and she pees. I mean, if they're going to show it, I might as well mention it. She pees. She goes back into the tent. And then some other girl, she's out by herself when she shouldn't be. So then Jason slices her face with the razor. I thought it was kind of cool that he did that. But my favorite kill was the one where they're making out and then you hear him coming and he's walking slowly and it's like and he's just walking and it's like and he's coming. I'm like, are they going to get up in time? Are they going to get up? Jason's coming. But no, they're having sex, so they're not paying attention. And he's going closer and closer to them. They're not looking. And he steps on the condom. He stepped on it. They actually showed Jason stepping on the condom. Like, what does that mean? Is that like a anti-sex symbol? They're like, sex is bad. So they show him stepping on the condom. Yeah. Anyway, he steps on it. And he has this like long, sharp instrument. And he stabs the woman and slits her body in half. I was like, wow. That was so awesome. Blood just squirts everywhere. And the guy's like, hey, Debbie! and Jason just, I don't know, I guess he chopped his head off. I don't really know because they didn't show it. And then he just leaves, just like that. I mean, I know a lot of people hate this movie. It had a lot of stupid things in it. But some things, it was cool. Some of it was. The body hopping thing, I was against it at first, but it's different. It's a different idea. Jason body hopping. So that, that's a different aspect of it. Stands and he watches this guy, this cop named Josh. And Josh is talking to his girlfriend. Jason is, of course, looking in, and you hear that noise again. I don't know, for some reason, I'm starting not to hate it as much as I used to hate it. You're going to give me a lot of flack for this, but as I always tell you this. If you don't like what I'm saying, there's a bus waiting for you. Get hit by it. Getting back to the review. The girl is about to get in the car, Josh's girlfriend, and Jason, before she can get in the car, he takes the car door and smashes it on her head. And he kidnaps Josh. And you know what he does? He strips him naked. He takes Josh's clothes off and he shaves his body with shaving cream and everything. So I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, first of all, Jason is talking now, and now he shaves people before he uses their body. So he shaves the guy, gets him all nice and clean, and then he possesses the guy. So now Jason is Josh. Or should I say Josh is Jason? I know it's confusing, but yeah. Now that Jason has himself another body, he makes his way over to his sister's house. Diana, I think her name is. He goes over there, but of course, Diana thinks that that's Josh. So she's like, Josh, what are you doing? And then when she sees that it's Jason, then she starts praying, but it's too late. Then he tries to strangle her, but that's not working. So then he tries to get her on the ground and possess her, because he can only do this through a Voorhees, remember? And then Steven comes in, my favorite character, and he tackles Jason. But then Jason picks Steven up and throws him. And so Steven goes over to comfort Diana. He starts hugging her and stuff. Jason picks up this giant knife and just throws it at Diana. I mean, I know a lot of you hate this movie, but Jason did some really cool things in this movie. He's throwing knives at people, and it actually lands. How cool is that? He hit her with such precision. I was like, bullseye, right in the back. Then she's like, save Jessica. You gotta save Jessica. And she dies. And then the next thing you know, Steven is blamed for the murder. But the guy, Creighton Duke, tells Steven that it was really Jason that did it, because he's trying to kill his family. We know Jason's copying off of Halloween. But anyway, Jason's trying to kill his family. And the black guy, the bounty hunter, helps Steven get out of jail by creating a diversion and all that. Steven gets out, tries to go save Jessica after Jason killed Diana. Then Jason possesses some guy named Robert. To make a long story short, when Steven gets there, Jessica's crying because Jason killed her mom. When Jessica walked in the house and saw this big blood stain, I'm like, okay, now you see there's a big blood stain on your mom's floor, and you're not going to wonder why that's there. You're just now crying about that. Anyway, when she tries to take a shower, Jason cuts the lights. Jason, I don't understand. What is it with Jason and turning off people's lights before he kills them? Why can't you just go in the house and kill him? Why do you have to cut the lights? Since when is Jason smart? But anyway, Jason tries to kill her, as Robert, of course. Steven gets there, he punches Jason, and she's like, put me down, Steven, put me down. And Steven's carrying her. Steven runs Jason over. Now this is where it gets good. My favorite part is when they get to the police station. Jason comes in there like a boss. He's killing everybody. He palms one guy. Jason killed a guy with the palm of his hand. That was gangster. I like that. That was thug. The guy's like, wait, stop right there. And Jason just palmed him. That was cool. I hate the movie, but there are certain things that Jason does that, I don't know, they're just cool. Like, if somebody kills you with the palm of their hand, that's boss, because people can't do that, but Jason can. He can kill you with the palm of his hand, apparently. Jason killed the guy. And then there's a scene where he takes two guys' head and he smushes them together. I was like, wow. Then he goes over to the restaurant where the fat lady works. And I'm like, how come there are no burgers in the restaurant? Probably because you ate them all. Anyway, he goes over there. Jessica's looking for her baby. She's like, give me the baby. And the lady's like, no, F you, you're not getting the baby, even though it's her own baby. I don't get that. Jason breaks the guy's arm, the guy that's standing guard outside of the restaurant. Then he goes in the restaurant, kills those people. Then he possesses a cop. Now, what I'm trying to understand is Jason two people at the same time? I don't get that. Because I think he is. But to make a long story short, Jason basically meets them all at the Voorhees house. And he goes up through the woman's, and I'm uncomfortable with saying this, but this, look, we're all grown people here. Jason goes through her vagina. I know it's weird, but he did. Yeah, I know. But he did that. He crawled up through there, and then, because she's a Voorhees, he can now be reborn. So he jumps through the floor, and the guy, Creighton Duke, is trying to tell Jessica to get the dagger, get the dagger. And the dagger falls to the other floor. Jason and Steven have this epic fight for like 10 minutes. Jessica comes up behind Jason, stabs him with the dagger. This big light from heaven comes down. Jessica kicks the dagger all the way into Jason. And these demons from hell come up and they start pulling Jason down. I guess this beam from heaven is like supposed to be God or something. And he's like pushing Jason down, and you know, and Jason's like, no, because he's looking up at the light and he's like hiding from the light and all that. Because he doesn't want to look at God or something like that. I don't know why they're doing it like that. But anyway, the demons pull Jason down. Steven almost gets pulled down. And I ask myself, why didn't she help him earlier? He almost got pulled down. Then, we think it's all over. And Jason's hockey mask is just there. Freddy's hand comes up through the ground and grabs the hockey mask, and Freddy starts laughing. He pulls the hockey mask down to hell. And the movie's over. And that leaves the link between Freddy versus Jason in that movie. Jason goes to hell. Jason went to hell, but he didn't stay there. Because apparently, after that, he was in space. I'll be reviewing that next. Ladies and gentlemen, Kane Hodder in Jason Goes to Hell. There you have it. I hated the movie, but certain things that Jason did was just awesome, and they can't be ignored. And that's that. Jason Goes to Hell. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I approve this message. If you haven't seen Jason Goes to Hell, you should at least watch it one time.